Unless it's to go like really overexert the noon shift at Burger King. Like out of nowhere.
Fuck their shit up. I actually did they did. I got in trouble once. I like went to Tim Hortons and I was like, all your donuts, everything. And they were like, oh, okay. And so they gave me all the donuts. And I was like, huh. And I left thinking I was all sick. And I got to the car and then this like woman came out. She's like, would you never do that again? I was like, never buy everything in the store. She's like, no, you screwed us. I was like, I refuse to understand how buying all of your stuff screws you. She's like, we have guys come in that make the stuff and they get paid X amount of dollars and they're here for a full shift and then they're off. But now for the people that come and we want to buy coffee and hang out, we also want to sell them donuts. We have nothing. They're going to come in here and the place is empty. It looks terrible. So we have to hire 2 bakers at 1.5 times the price for like 3 hours now. And the whole store is going to be empty. And
ooh, sounds like a you problem.
That's exactly. I had 2 voices in my head. One that was like I give a shit about this. I like, are those guys happy to come in? Then huge shout out to them for the pay and a half.
Are you telling me you're not turning a profit on donuts?
The whole thing, but another part of me was like, I would hate, like you're doing a thing, and everything I hate about for me from her perspective that I agree with is I'm like, I'm some fucking dude that came in here with a camera that's like, now this is my job. It's gonna fuck your shit up. Even though I thought it was chill, buying all the donuts was still like it's not like it was that sick. I gave her like $190.
Yeah,
that's all the donuts come?
Yeah, all the donuts. Like wasn't like, it's not like I was like Mr. Beast in there.
Sounds like they were low on donuts and that they were giving you guff for no reason.
Normal amount of donuts, but once you decide you're buying 60 donuts, you're now taking like a third of their donuts because they have like, let's say like 200 donuts. That's what I thought, but she was explaining to me
they're wage workers. The owner was probably happy. The owner was like, yeah, great. We'll make this today instead of that today. But the workers are just clocking in and clocking out.
The manager's the one that has to move a whole schedule around because she has to bring 2 guys in now that were supposed to be in tomorrow. And now they can't come in tomorrow because they're still in the 1.5 range, some shit like that. It is her problem. But who am I? I'm a fucking TikToker. Not really.
Why do you tweet him, Tim Hortons, get him in trouble? Like, hey, I bought every donut at Tim Hortons to do this cool thing. The manager told me to never do that again at Tim Hortons. Sorry, I messed you guys up today. My bad. I heard that Duncan loves this sort of thing, though. And then at them,
I know a YouTuber once that was like, at Delta Airlines, you lost my luggage, and I have a small army that isn't going to take too nicely to someone doing me wrong at Delta Airlines. Figure it out. And I remember reading that and being like, they don't give a shit that you're a YouTuber. They lost your luggage. Like that happens to anyone in the world that gets on a plane. You're not gonna, who are you tweeting at right now?
Yeah, an army is not gonna arrive. Like 6 lunatics.
No, there were a lot of there was a lot of autistic people though that did get in the tweets there and muddy up their socials. No bombs though.
It probably worked. It worked for me one time. One time, some dude hacked my Xbox account, and the lead of Microsoft security, like their head security architect, his name was B. And I asked him for help. And I asked him nicely and politely, but then everyone who follows me on Twitter didn't ask very nicely and politely. He told me off in text. And he's like, never do this again. I would have helped you, but now I won't. And then he helped me and fixed it.
Worked out.
If he didn't help you, I'd be like, that's so crazy, guys. Get a load of this.
Yeah,
texted me that he's not gonna help me.
That motorcycle dealership that gave me a hard time. Like I went to go buy a motorcycle. It was, I was trying to spend like 9 or 10 grand, and the guy was hitting me with, like, I used to sell cars, so I understand like selling vehicles and like all the admin fees, and he was hitting me with all these bullshit fees, and it was like a 9,000 bike ended up being like $13,000 or something like that, and I'm just like, this doesn't look right, dude. This is unacceptable. And he's like, we don't. I was like, I used to sell cars. You know, I was like, I know the deal. This is wrong. I was like, I don't have this many add-ons on an Expedition when I would sell it, a $70,000 vehicle. And he's like, we don't sell motorcycles here. We sell fun.
Type 3 fun.
I was like, oh, okay. And then it came on the show and gave him a hard time. And I guess their Google reviews got destroyed. And then the owner, I go and buy a motorcycle somewhere else for like a good bit more money. And then the owner is calling me and he's like, hey, I own Mega Motorsports. I'm getting off a plane right now. Our social media manager's blowing me up. Explain what was done wrong. How were you wrong, sir? And I explain it to him. And he's like, we're going to make this right. He's like, would you like to come in and help with the training of that employee? And I was like, first of all, that would be incredibly humiliating for him. But no, thank you.
That sounds like a crazy hassle to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like, do you have 20K for me to do that?
Do you want to work a
talking
shift
about? Are
and
you
also,
giving me a motorcycle?
I'd be like, funny you ask that. My instructor fee is one CBR 600.
Yep.
and because
dude, you should get the CBR 700.
Because it was our fans, because it was like our listeners doing it, I was checking the Google reviews, and there would be some people who were like 0 stars, terrible service, never used this place, but I've heard bad things. And then there would be, for every one of those, there'd be like 3 more where it'd be like, salesperson Jeremy molested me in the bathroom.
Like, I knew it was going to be like, this is where this guy lives.
Yeah, that guy was a jerk.
RSK.
That guy was a jerk because like that same day I had bought like $1,200 worth of motorcycle gear. I bought all my like first motorcycle gear there, my boots and helmet and everything. And then I'm like, all right, now let's spend another $9 or $10 grand on a bike. And he was a shithead. And like, of course, like someone contacted me like, hey, we're at like blah 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 in Kennesaw. Like, come on up here, we'll treat you right. And they did. They gave me a used bike for like what they paid for it. I ended up. I had equity in that bike when I rolled out of there. It was a great deal.
And did you give them any flavor?
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a couple years ago now, but I'm sure we talked about them a good bit. They were super cool to me when I went in to buy that bike.
Yeah, that was a good story.
Jim Norton used to do that. I remember on social media. Like
just escort reviews. She said no condom, and then I show up and she pulls a fast one on me.
Dude, he had a lot of great escort stories, but he like United would like fuck him over in little ways where he'd be like, now I'm gonna miss one show because of this. And apparently his fans were rambunctious enough that they would just destroy United, like clog up all of their customer service lines, playing pornography over the phone, like just doing exactly what you'd expect a Jim Norton fan to do. And it works. So you can't really, throw shade at influencers and whatnot for doing it because they've been trained. This does work. Like, as much as you think this is a giant corporation that doesn't care, there are 100% people getting added in emails that care. Like, they don't want that to happen.
What's
Do you remember the musician United Breaks Guitars, that viral song?
So good.
Yeah. Oh, so this guy had his guitar, and he I think he bought a seat for it. I'm not sure I have all the details right, but I think he bought a seat for his guitar, but they still wouldn't let him do that. So they took the guitar and they put it underneath with all the other luggage, but he could see out the window how abusive they were towards the guitar. And he made a music video about them breaking his guitar, and when he asked them to like compensate him, they said no. Well, that was a huge mistake because it went super viral and they eventually had to make it right.
30 million views. And it's, if you scrub through the video, it's really good. Like they picked this like a folk singer or something to wrong, and he's got the perfect weapon to hit him back. Like he couldn't have done more damage with a fucking RPG.
He needed a reason to write a song.
Yeah.
He was like waiting for one.
Yeah.
Have you seen those people who go to Home Depot and they get the $1,000 items that are accidentally marked wrong for a penny? And Home Depot policy is they have to sell the item. So this guy goes in.
Wait, what are these items? What Home
$1,300 air conditioning?
Are they accidentally doing this?
$1,300 air conditioners. The guy got 2 of them, and he self checks out 2 cents, and he's like wheeling them out, and they're like, no, you can't do this. No, and he's like, go ask your manager. It's almost like a First Amendment auditor. The manager comes over and she's like, have a nice day. Like there's nothing they can do. He just wheels out his shit.
If I return those, do I return them for the penny or for the 1,300?
For the penny, I would imagine.
No, I would think that if you didn't have your receipt, you'd get store credit for 1,300.
You need to prove that you bought it there, though, and that you didn't get it just anywhere, any old place. But I see your point here. Home Depot's got a really good return policy. I got a water heater there one time. Statute of limitations is up, and it was a very electronic heavy water heater, which was new to both me and my dad. We'd always had old school ones that was mostly just knobs and buttons and shit. They had this digital display, and while installing it, it got very wet, and we ruined it. And I was like, let's just put this motherfucker back in the box and take it back. And they just took it back. They just took it back immediately. I got a different water heater that didn't have all that digital shit, and it was a good day. I love places that have good customer service and good return policy.
Yeah, and if you keep behaving that way, that'll certainly be a continued policy.
I mean,
my wife ordered a couch once. I forget from where. And she was like, this isn't the right couch. And she called the people. And she was like, they were like, we'll send you another couch. And she said, what do you want me to do with this couch? And I guess maybe it's too much of a hassle for them to come get it. They were like, whatever. Just, we're not going to come get it, so do whatever you want with it. And I was like, what a fucking scam that is.
Yeah.
I ask you to destroy the first item and send you a photo.
So get this. I bought a kitchen table, and it was like you had to assemble it at home. You put the legs on and stuff. And it was missing like 2 washers and 1 nut. So we write them a letter, say, hey, can you send us a little package with these washers and nuts? They sent us another kitchen table and said to deal with the old one on our own. Wow.
What are these, free?
Sometimes they'll make you like destroy the item before they'll send you another one. I've had them do that before. And I don't remember exactly what happened with my smoker, that Traeger smoker I bought, but I got something good happened there where like.
They refunded it and said to keep it.
Yeah, they refunded it and said to keep it. That's what happened. Yeah, that was all.
That shows you how much money the companies are making.
It's Amazon shipping on large items in particular. Yeah, like the pickup doesn't make financial sense for them.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that you could really game the system and get a couple couches for your house 2 for 1 easy.
Yeah, I've never abused the Amazon return policy or even like the Instacart DoorDash policies, but every time there's been a fuck up, they've taken care of it. Like if a bunch of one time I ordered some expensive steaks and they showed up and they literally smelled like shit, like smelled rotten, like doo-doo. And I'm like, hey, I've got a small problem. These steaks have gone bad. And they're like, could you describe the issue? I was like, they smell like feces. Oh no. And like,
that is what you get for eating a holy animal, you piece of shit.